Hello, the doc is in, and welcome back to another chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about last chapter. You'll understand when we get into this chapter. But basically, in the last chapter, we finally get Sumiki, Megumi's sister, into the culling games, and now we're gonna set her free. But it seems that she's an old sorcerer, or maybe she's evil. But basically, she decides to use the points instead of using the 100 points she was given to get out of the game. She instead uses them to add another rule. Everybody can travel between colonies. And then she starts laughing, and Megumi's like, who the hell is that? End of chapter. This chapter, let's just get started. Alright, so we get a little bit of a flashback to start off with, right? Basically, we have Sumiki and Megumi talking. And so just like the first time they're meeting after her coma, and Sumiki's basically just having a casual conversation. She's like, oh, how much time has passed? I didn't even notice. It just felt like I just fell asleep and I just woke up, overnight. And Megumi's like, yeah, it's been like a year and 7 months or whatever. And they're just having small talk. And she's like, oh boy, it seems like there's a lot going on right now. And Megumi's like, don't worry about it. Me and my friends got it. All right, we're gonna help you out. And we cut back to the present, and where we take the perspective of Yuji, right? But in this past time, we don't get any thought bubbles, and we get no reveal or anything. It's just, it seems this is their first meeting when the calling game starts. So when she wakes up, Yuji, he's like, man, a little bit, Megumi's gonna be okay. Angel's gonna kill me and Sakuna. Gojo's gonna whoop the ass of everybody who's around. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay, Maybe it should have always, and usually, as he is a little suicidal, he's like, maybe it should have always been this way. Maybe I should have just died back then, and then everything would have been fine. Yeah. Sure, Yuji, sure. But yes, he's thinking, he's like, thank you, Megumi and Gojo. You guys have done so much for me, and like maybe play a part in getting these things done. Appreciate that. Then we get the scene. Sumiki, or not Sumiki for that matter, we'll find out in just a moment, activates, does the rule thing. Everybody's mad confused. Megumi's sweating buckets because man was not prepared for this kind of betrayal. And he asks, who are you? Sumiki, I'm your big sister, Fushiguro Megumi. And she's laughing. She got that Joker kind of laugh. All right, I'm like, damn, I know Megumi is in the mud right now, but he doesn't understand just how deep in the mud he is just yet. Anyway, moving on. So we get a little bit of explanation, a little bit of backstory, and this kind of explains some things. Basically, we find out that the reason why old sorcerers who are reincarnated into new bodies are able to operate in the modern era, like with regular technology, normal phrases, and etc., is because when they take over the body of their vessel, they basically get all their memories and so on. So what that works for the purpose is two things. One, it means that people like Kashimo or what's his name? Can't remember. But the guys, everybody in Sendai Colony with Yuta and so on. Every old sorcerer has these memories, and so therefore has a normal person's understanding of everything in the world. So when Hikaru uses his domain and he's talking about pachinko machines, the reason why Kashimo doesn't get confused is because he has like a concept of pachinko machines, or necessarily that he's just so big brain that he just doesn't get fazed by the idea. It's because he effectively just knows what that is. You just know. So when he says pachinko machine, he's like, oh yeah, pachinko machine. I've seen that before, quote unquote. Anyway, this works for a second purpose. Second purpose is what Sumiki's, I guess, reincarnated sorcerer decided to do, which is that, oh, well, I could just pretend to be them. I have all their memories, so I know exactly how they act. And so, going on from there, right? Then Sumiki's like, just kidding. But really, we already know that wasn't the case, because you already used a rule, made a rule that really doesn't make sense, because you're supposed to just be getting out of here. So, from there, we find out the reincarnated player's name is Yorozu. And basically, they're like, hey, I just got back up. It's been 1,000 years. I feel like I should get to pick my place in my first opponent. And who better than Sukuna? And as they develop like wings on their back, kind of looking like insect wings, I'm like, damn, another winged Sukuna hater. Shit's crazy. But anyway, she starts, Yorozu starts flying up and is like, alright, see y'all later, I'll be out. And she says, I'll be waiting, okay? And so I'm assuming that she's talking to Itadori slash Sukuna, and like, I guess everybody's just aware that Sukuna is Itadori, yada yada yada. But anyway, she dips, and Angel and Itadori are like, we're going in, and then Enchained. Oh, Sukuna's made his move. If we remember, and we get a little flashback in the chapter, when Yuji died and he was in his body talking to Sukuna, and I guess his internal domain or whatever, he was like, hey, you want to let's make a binding vow, right? If I kill you, if I say Enchained, I take over your body for a minute and you'll forget the contract. Yuji's rule was that you can't hurt nobody. Oh boy. Anyway, the Enchained word, the code word has been used. Sukuna's inbound, takes out Angel immediately. Obviously she can't die or get hurt, so he just kind of, I guess he in some way, shape or form just knocks her out. I don't know, I get the sense maybe he might have used some type of cursed energy thing, maybe he bit her. It's not, well, I guess he can't bite her either. Yeah, I guess he just somehow, some way just knocks her out. She takes no damage, right? He's like, oh well, I can't hurt nobody. And Megumi's like, shoots, Sukuna, what is he doing out here? And then Sukuna's like, you know what I'm about to do next? A little bit of a gamble. Turns his pinky finger into, it seems, one of those wax fingers that people have to eat, and he pulls it off. And Megumi's just like, shit, what the fuck is he doing? Sukuna starts laughing. That is not a good sign. And he's basically like, that dumbass said I can't hurt anybody. He didn't include himself in that route, therefore meaning that my plan now goes off without a hitch, because there's no consequences to me hurting myself because I'm not included in the vow. And so he's like, yeah, it's about to go down. And Megumi's like, hold. Maharaga. He starts activating, he puts the hand sign. Sukuna speed blitzes, moves his hands. He says, all right, enough of that. Anyway, have this little snack. Boop. Finger and mouth. Eat. Megumi. Sukuna takes over Megumi's body. And he says, don't you remember? We'll be able to see something interesting. Didn't I say that, brat? Oh, eye contact. Megumi's face, cold and collected. Sukuna casual. Yuji. Oh my, devastated. Oh my. End of chapter, by the way. What the fuck? Gege, see, the last couple of chapters, people have been like, Gege's, he's cooking. Let him cook. Bro, this isn't even the plate yet. He hasn't even done nothing. But this man's been, he had the slow roast in there for years. It's been years since the anime came out, and the manga chapter was before that. The world ain't ready. I'm telling you, Gojo we trust. That's the only chance we got. The only chance we have is that I believe Maki has a person mom, right? The only chance we have is that Sukuna doesn't immediately just obliterate Angel, because he knows who she is, and that Angel wants to kill him. So unless he just immediately one-shots her, Angel can get up, maybe rendezvous with Maki and be like, hey, shit just went to the fucking wolves, alright? We gotta open that prison world, alright? We gotta open it. They open it, and Gojo and Angel go toe-to-toe with Sukuna. That is option one. Option two is Sukuna goes on an absolute rampage, either murders Yuji immediately or doesn't murder him just to fuck with him even more. and goes absolutely bonkers on all the colonies. And then, you know, he's going to run into Kurozu. Yeah, Kurozu. He actually sounds like a One Piece ability. You know, not distracted. But anyway, we run into Yorozu, murdered. What's his name? His follower, the cook. Can't remember the name of the ice lady or guy. Gender neutral ice person. Yeah, they're going to come in. They're going to start cooking people up. Kashimo, the fight. We're gonna see Kashimo's curse technique, and then he's gonna die immediately. Oh my! There's only one direction for the coming chapters. Unless Megumi can also control Sukuna, the only direction this goes is that everybody is fucked in the A, and that's not even worrying about Kenjaku at this point. Sukuna is going to murder everyone in the colonies. He is aware of all their plans. He knows aware of where everybody is. He's aware of effectively everything except for like stuff involving Yuta and Hikari, and I guess you say stuff going on in Maki's colony, right? Everybody else, everyone who Yuji's interacted with, is done. Because Sukuna's gonna get to them. He's gonna be like, give me your points or you die, and he's gonna kill you. Because Sukuna doesn't give a fuck. This chapter, and there's no break next week. Oh my god, the no break next week. What I see, this itself was a meal. This, and then I eat the meal, and this is like my server coming up and be like, bro, that was just the first course. You still got 5 more to go, and I'm already here with the second course. I'm just keep eating. I don't even know. Whew. Yeah, JJK is the best manga out right now. Fuck a One Piece. What's a One Piece? It's a JJK time. But I think that's about it for this chapter. JJK's the best. In Gojo we trust, because the devil is out and he is running a fucking muck. The doc is out. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and watch the videos on the right. Other than that, the doc is out. Bye.